Welcome back to Blackout Motorsports. The weekly challenges for March 14th, 2025 were a doozy, especially the fourth race at Road Atlanta. I have a lot to talk about for that particular race, so let's go ahead and get started. Race 1 is a European Sunday Cup at Grand Valley. This was one of the first hard races where the 400 performance point recommendation was very low if you want to win on hard difficulty. After a bit of testing, I conceded that I could not win at 400 points and created this 450 point RCZ. As you can see here, even with that increase, I barely won against the faster M3 and the Porsche on the final straight. My recommendation would be to run a 500 point car if either of those cars are starting in the top 3 positions. Next up was a pickup truck race at Lake Louise. For this, I chose a supercharged Tundra that I made quite some time ago. Kind of a Tundra R, if you will. And you'll need the power to 1. Catch up to the yellow Ford Raptor as he is very fast in the straights, and 2. Make up for any mistakes you make trying to snow rally a truck. I'm not good at the rally stuff, so I compensate with power. Third race is another one-make race for the IONIQ N. Since I have 2 of these, I used my non-wide body street tune version to win this race. This car is pretty heavy though, so it will slide a lot if you don't be careful. But not a bad race, despite the fake engine noise and no gears to road through. I'm going to come back to race 4, so we'll talk about the rainy prototype race at Suzuka. I used a new-to-me car, the Hyundai N Group 1 VGT. Not much to change on these cars except for using a medium turbo and some downforce adjustments. Make sure you have at least intermediate tires for the rain, because it will rain. For race strategy, I started on soft tires to make as much progress as I could before the rain started. I kept fuel map 6 for the entire race, which allowed a little bit shorter pit stop when I had to switch tires. I got lucky as it started to rain on the 5th lap, right as my soft tires wore out. And also lucky is that it stayed wet long enough that I just kept my intermediate tires on for the rest of the race. I won with quite a lead on 2nd place. If you made it this far, like the video for the algorithm. Now for the doozy. Race 4, a World Touring Car 600 event at Road Atlanta. This event was a tough one. I tried several cars that could not get better than 2nd place that would have won easily at Tokyo. After all my testing, there are 3 ways to win this race. The first is the easy one: turn down the difficulty level. You can do that from the game options screen that's accessible from any screen that you can see the GT button in the top left-hand corner. Race difficulty is on the first screen. The second option is a little more tedious, but still effective. If you see Bayless in the roof, Haywood in the Huracan, or Busnelli in the Gallardo, exit the race completely. These 3 are the fastest in this race, and if you are not running the race in around 7 minutes and 10 seconds, you will not beat them. Once you come back into the race, the order will change. If it's still not to your liking, exit the race again and repeat until you find an order that you like. I was able to get all 3 of them out of the top 10 after a few attempts. That allowed me to win with a slower time in the 7 minutes and 17 second range. The last option is to use the right car to run around 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Here are the 2 that worked for me. If you're not level 50 yet and cannot do engine swaps, the best car to use is none other than the Tokyo Express Terror, the Aston Martin DP100 Vision Gran Turismo. Using the same tune that I used to dominate the Tokyo 600, I was able to squeak out wins against both of the top tier AI cars. With Bayless in the pole, I was able to wrestle my way through the pack and win with a whole second to spare. Against Haywood in the Huracan, I was able to claim a 2-second victory on the last lap. This is not an easy race, even with this car, but you can win. Just remember to short shift to take advantage of the car's torque curve. If you're level 50 or win the EJ20 Impreza Rally engine from a roulette, you can swap it into the 99 Impreza WRX Type R and tune it to be the fastest 600 point car in the game. This car will do well over 215 miles per hour and run a 2-minute and 1-second lap using a no-pit strategy at Tokyo, crushing the competition by a landslide. I personally ran it to a 7-minute and 6-second race for this weekly challenge. You also need to short shift this car to take advantage of the torque curve. It is so fast once you get the hang of it. And that's it, my full strategy for this week's challenges. If you found this video helpful or interesting, go ahead and subscribe for more content and check out my other playlists. Thanks for watching and happy racing.